Before I begin the video, special thanks to my subscriber Mr. Sheriff for this lovely donation. That just came out of nowhere. You can also follow me on Twitter if you really enjoyed watching this video. The link is in the pinned comment below. The story begins in the airport where Wednesday was going through the checkpost to the terminal and she gets caught red-handed with a lot of cutleries. The surprising thing is that these guys pretended as if it was a minor issue and even avoided asking questions about the hand that she was carrying inside the bag. The man just tells her that carrying a sunscreen is not allowed and she has to go without it. What the hell? She goes to Kansas City to find out a serial killer hiding in plain sight. When she tries to electrocute the man, she gets a psychic visual of a lot of dolls and then she drops on the front yard. She wakes up and finds out the creepy man offering her a gift that is basically a dummy version of herself. All of a sudden, the thing jumps out of nowhere and yes, grabs the man by his balls. Ouch. And then Wednesday takes care of the man in the most hospitable way possible. Her own twisted version of hospitable. This was actually during the summer vacation of Wednesday. She was writing a novel and this is when her mother comes to ask her when she can finally get to read that novel. Wednesday replies by saying very soon, but then she whispers to herself, "You will never get to read my novel until the day of judgment arrives." The story then jumps to Wednesday setting for Nevermore Academy in Jericho. Her brother Pugsley was practicing the aim during the drive and Wednesday was pissed about how clumsy her brother has become. She threatens her brother to aim right in the middle of the next board or she will eject him off the vehicle. Her father gives a devilish smile supporting the wicked plan of Wednesday, but surprisingly Pugsley manages to pull the stunt. He is safe for now, at least for a few hours from the wrath of his big sister. This is Detective Bradbury, a good friend of Sheriff Galpin. While he was doing his job by following a cheating couple, a weird-looking crow begins to attack the man. He manages to save himself by getting into his van until he gets to find out a murder of crows waiting for him with eyes full of bloodthirst. Rest in peace, Detective. Pugsley is going to be appointed at the same school for his training. Wednesday promises to take a good care of her brother and we all know how she actually treats her brother since childhood. This is Barry Dort, the new principal of this academy. This man is a crooked bastard and a spineless coward. She goes inside her dorm room only to end up discovering Enid messing up the entire room. She hasn't changed since the last 4 years. I'm amazed actually. She is the prettiest girl in the Wednesday universe. She has a new crush. His name is Bruno. Wednesday gives her a creepy but cutie doll and she gets really surprised when she finds out that the hair belonged to a real human being. She had no idea where she got the doll from. When Wednesday opens her wardrobe room, she finds out an arrow with a hidden message set from the very beginning. She has been stalked by someone. She grabs the photograph, uses a psychic memory but finds no clue about the stalker. Pugsley will be living with Eugene from now on. Mrs. Adams and her husband have decided to stay in the guest house of the Nevermore Academy for the fundraising program. She was not quite happy with this colorful design in the house. Wednesday is not happy about the fact that she will be watched over by her parents for a few weeks. While she was walking through the jungle, her path crosses with the local sheriff who was investigating the murder of Detective Bradbury. This is when she notices a man stalking her from the jungle. She chases the man down eventually and he turns out to be Sheriff Galpin, the father of Tyler. He is now working as an undercover agent. At night, Ajax was telling the story of a brilliant boy who once was physically sick due to heart disease. Before he dies, he decides to create a mechanical heart for himself on his own as a final chance to save himself. And the clockwork heart actually works. He begins to live to his full potential but becomes more obsessive and violent with his experiments day by day until one night, his own experiment gets him killed. Legends has it that even now, his clockwork heart does the constant tick-tick sound if you go near his grave. Bianca has been invited to the principal's room. This man wants her to use her siren power to convince as many donors as possible to donate millions of dollars to the school fund, as they're running out of money real fast. If she fails in her job, she will lose her scholarship fund permanently. Enid has made the thing a beautiful little home where he can live. Wednesday comes in, sees the madness and runs away. Whenever she feels overwhelmed, she uses music to soothe herself. This is Capri, the new head of the music department. At the first impression, Wednesday doesn't like this woman and her disinterest in this woman grows even further when she suggests Wednesday to let music control her rather than she controlling the music. The next day, the students of Nevermore can be seen making decorations for the celebration party. At night, Wednesday gets another message from a stalker. After reading the note, she discovers that her novel is gone. She follows the clue and goes near the pyre setup. Someone drops a note in her pocket with a lot of blades taped to it. She uses the clue to get to the top of the pyre and eventually finds back her novel. The pyre gets set on fire by the principal. She saves her life by the skin of her teeth, avoiding a third-degree burn in the end. She gets surprised to see the principal painting a photo of her as the main character as a form of gratitude to save the reputation location of Nevermore Academy in Season 1. She was basically being rewarded for catching Tyler in the end. Wednesday gets pissed to see the kind of publicity she was getting. She walks up to the stage and tells everyone that she is not a hero and she will never be a hero in her life. People should stop putting her life on the pedestal. And then she burns the oil painting in front of everyone. Pugsley, on the other hand, has found out the exact location of that man. He hears the sound of a clockwork and uses his power to awaken the man with the clock heart. Surprisingly, it works like a charm. He has found himself a new pet. Wednesday, while going back to her dorm room, gets another vision of Enid dying because of her, and she gets a seizure right after the vision. And that is the end of episode 1. In episode 2, when she wakes up, she tells Wednesday that she can't keep on living like that forever. She has to learn to control her psychic power, otherwise she's gonna end up living like her aunt Ophelia. But Wednesday, stubborn as ever, walks out of the guest house and goes to the home of Sheriff Galpin. Unfortunately, she finds the man to be dead by the same murder of crows that killed Detective Bradbury. She touches the man to use her psychic power to find a clue, but her power was not working anymore. The local sheriff catches her red-handed and then takes her to the police station in suspect of murder. Gomez visits the police station as a lawyer and tells the sheriff that she is not allowed to keep a minor in custody without any evidence of the crime. He bails out Wednesday at a light speed. In the morning, Pugsley shows his new pet to Eugene. He explains how he jump-started the heart of this man. This dude seems allergic to honey because this is what he does in the end. Pugsley gives him a nickname which is Slurp. In the morning, Wednesday finds Enid lying on the balcony with a slit throat. Don't worry, it was just a prank, a disturbing one. Today was actually the prank day. She has used tomato ketchup and orange jelly to pull this notorious prank. Wednesday's stalker sends another message to Enid saying that she is keeping her eyes on both of them. This is Dr. Orloff. I don't understand, how the hell does he live this way? Weird, but funny actually. Bianca, on the other hand, is still trying to convince Mrs. Adams to find fundraisers for the institute. The woman offers cookies to this poor girl, but what the hell is that? Anyways, Pugsley gives his new pet a sandwich from the local cafeteria that is weirdly made of pig butts and chicken brains. Oh, disgusting. Wednesday steals the driving license papers of Enid to use the training car to reach the Willow Hill Hospital. Wednesday's mommy has come to the dorm room to get Goody's book that Wednesday was using to exercise her psychic power. This man is the driving instructor. Without wasting a second, Wednesday cuts the wire of the secondary brake and drives straight to the hospital. The man had zero idea that this girl used to be the gateway driver for her uncle during bank robbery. Mrs. Adams is annoyed at the fact that the Thing is siding with Wednesday more than what he was instructed to do so. The Thing snaps at mommy saying that they should stop treating him like a servant and gives a few previous examples of how he was treated in the mansion. Out of anger, he runs back to his home. It's so amazing that they literally gave a unique, unforgettable personality to a character which is not even a human being or an animal. Wednesday finally reaches the hospital. She gets to know from the receptionist Judy that Tyler is under the care of Dr. Fairburn. She wants to ask Tyler either she has been involved in the murder of Bradbury and Galpin or not. She finds just enough information from Tyler to understand that he is not responsible for any of this. When Enid gets in with Bruno, she discovers the Thing drinking inside his house. How the hell is that even possible? Anyways, Dude is sad that nobody remembered his birthday despite being called a member of the Addams family. Uncle Fester is the only person who sent him a birthday wish. This is when Enid and Bruno get kidnapped while leaving the Thing trapped inside this box. Bianca reports to Principal Spineless that she still could have managed to convince Mrs. Adams to call her mother for a fundraising donation. The man gets furious to hear that. He tells Bianca to use her siren power to hypnotize Mommy Adams to convince her to call Wednesday's grandmother. Wednesday rescues the Thing and gets to hear exactly what just happened. She finds a mysterious phone from the kidnapper and the voice from the other side gives her a location. Enid is still not serious about what just happened to her. She is still getting too busy with a new boyfriend to care about anything. Thanks to Wednesday, she arrives at the spot at the right time, solves the riddle and saves both of them from getting cut into pieces. Suddenly, two hands begins to clap and this girl turns out to be a 13-year-old named Agnes. Obviously, there's always someone named Agnes who ends up becoming a witch or evil character in every universe. Anyways, she just wanted to impress Wednesday with her evil prank to become her assistant. She has even stolen the mobile phone of Galpin to further the murder investigation for Wednesday. Bianca has come to the guest house of Mommy Adams to use her siren power for convincing her to invite Wednesday's grandmother to donate a huge amount of money to the Academy Fund. She also tells her to forget that she even came to the house that night, and then she walks away with a lot of guilt. Wednesday has come to apologize to Thing for forgetting his birthday. She gives Thing a medieval finger torture device and tells him that she is willing to become his first victim. She gets to find out that her mother took Goody's book, which is the possible answer of getting her psychic power back. In the Meanwhile, this old driver smashes onto the clockwork zombie who has broken out of Eugene's bee house. Unfortunately, the man dies in the mouth of this monster. This was such an unnecessary death. Anyways, Thing was getting a spa as a birthday special gift from Mommy Adams and Daddy Adams. She has asked her mom to join the fundraising gala. Not gonna lie, she is the perfect cast for Lady Motricia. Wednesday goes sneaking into her mom's house to get Goody Adams' book, but she had no idea that her mom has a bat-like hearing power. She tells Wednesday that she can't give her the Goody's book because she hasn't mastered her psychic power yet. With Goody's book, she will end up just like Ophelia and die a painful death. It's morning. Enid can't find a single dress to wear for her camping trip. She goes out to find out her bra. This is when Agnes appears out of nowhere. She tells Wednesday that she has found out some clue that can help her further the investigation. Slurp has been brought back by Pugsley. Surprising thing is that the more he eats something, the more his brain grows. Dude is always hungry like an average American. Bianca's mother has been living in the local hotel without paying any bills, thanks to Bianca's siren power. Her mother's Morning Song compound has been raided lately by the FBI for criminal activities. Wednesday joins the camping held by Nevermore Academy in the woods. Getting off the bus, she finds out Pugsley dragging a coffin she claims to be filled with camping elements, but she knew something was wrong in it. This is when their parents arrive. Wednesday is still pissed at her mommy. Nothing significant happens in between morning and night, which is worth mentioning. So let's jump straight to the most interesting parts. At night, Enid breaks up with Ajax. Wednesday finds out a clue from the house of a former Willow Hill Hospital patient named Patricia. She realizes that without her psychic power, she'll be chasing her own tails. She goes back to Mommy Adams to invite her for a duel. If Wednesday wins, she will get Goody's book. If Wednesday loses, her book will be burned. Slurp has eaten a cadet and run out of the tent. Mommy Adams and Wednesday begin fighting. Slurp has broken into the local bathroom and Dude wants to eat some Mexican meat. Pugsley saves his father at the right time. Within 3 minutes, Wednesday gets humbled by her mother. She has lost the fight, meaning Goody's book will be burned. This is when Wednesday sees the zombie and pins him to the tree. The police arrive. Clockwork Zombie gets taken away to the Willow Hill Hospital. The show introduces a new character. This woman is the mother of Tyler. She is the one who turned her son into this feral beast. She has been brought by Dr. Fairburn to help her fix the boy. She goes to see Tyler, but he is not happy to see his mom again. She is the one responsible for his erratic nature. Grandmama has finally arrived. Wednesday gets happy to see her. She goes back to Nevermore. She finds Enid doing chummy with Bruno. This creepy pie was watching them from the very beginning. Enid is now getting sick of this creep, Agnes. She has picked up the publishing letter for Wednesday. She has been rejected one more time. She calls Uncle Fester, who can possibly help her with the investigation. They have to find out a woman named Lois who is highly likely to know anything related to those 2 murders. Uncle Fester checks into the Apple Hollow Hotel. The receptionist takes one look at the money and realizes that it was stolen money. She keeps quiet and then calls the police. During the raid, both Bianca's mommy and Uncle Fester get arrested. Wednesday's granny has agreed to donate money to the charity, but at one condition. Mrs. Gomez must have to give back the Goody's book to Wednesday for her investigation. She then burns the book right in front of Granny to make a point that she is not going to play with the life of her daughter. Bianca gets to find out the news of her mom's arrest. Ajax helps her to distract Mr. Orloff with his I don't know what the hell kind of power is that. Uncle Fester has been sent to Willow Hill Hospital where he was also sent many years ago. His MRI report comes to Judy. What the hell is that? Uncle Fester will be spending a long time over here. Inside the facility, he falls in love with this weird auntie. This man is Dr. Stonehurst. He probably knows something about the Raven cult and he can help Wednesday find out the avian who has been using the crows for murder. But unfortunately, the man is in Willow Hill Hospital since a psychotic outbreak. She notices something. The Ravens are gathering. They attack Enid. They try to take the thing, but the principal saves him. Mission failed. Bianca goes to the police station and saves her mom using the siren power. Uncle Fester gets to find out that his cellmate is going to be the Clockwork Ghost. Thing has also snuck into the facility. Wednesday takes help from Agnes and Enid to sneak into the Willow Hill Hospital. She gets into the trunk of Mrs. Capri, who is driving to Willow Hill for a music session. They reach the gate. Agnes uses a dynamite to distract the guard. Wednesday runs out of the trunk. She sneaks into the hospital. This catering woman helps Wednesday get into the detention center. She unlocks her uncle. The zombie gets loose. He eats his first prey. Wednesday gets to locate the experimental base. They find out that Lois is not a person. It means long-term outcast integration system. It's a biological program. They keep outcasts over here faking their death only to use them for their biological integration program. They find out a mysterious woman. And there goes the main villain, Dr. Judy. Yes, she is not a clerk. She is a doctor by profession and a mad scientist. scientist. She is the daughter of Dr. Stonehurst. She wanted to become an outcast through her experiment, and she actually did. Her ravens follow every whim of her night and day. Uncle Fester short-circuits every single transmitter and the entire hospital goes dark. The zombies go after Lois. Wednesday saves the victim and runs away. Tyler's mother saves Tyler, but he was deep inside still feeling vindictive enough to kill her. He says, "I love you enough to give you a 5-second head start. So, run. Run for your life." Unfortunately, she dies. Clockwork Zombie eats Dr. Fairburn at first and then talks for the first time. He says, "Hello, old friend," to Dr. Stonehurst and then eats the man for dinner. While Wednesday was sneaking out of the hospital, she finds Tyler, aka the Hyde Monster. He doesn't hesitate throwing Wednesday off the building. And that's how it all ends for Season 2, Part 1. I would be extremely happy if you guys follow me on Twitter. We can actually talk over there on movies and TV series.